Hiya. I just wanted to have a little cozy chat today on this fine Sunday. It's daylight savings daylight saving time. I know that's how you say it, but I always say savings. And I don't like this time change, but I have a little bit more light in the day, so I decided that I would film a video. I was working on some photos for my brother's wedding, slowly trucking away at that. And I'll talk. I part of the reason I wanted to make a video was just my new approach to big projects like these. But overall, I wanted to talk about why I kind of stopped making videos. Maybe you don't even know who I am and you're just randomly watching this video, but for some backstory, I have been making videos for, I don't know, over 10 years. I got into weddings probably in about 2017, and it kind of became my thing. And I like capturing weddings. I like doing that, but the editing kind of took over my life. Because I'm still kind of doing it, but I had to hit the brakes pretty hard in 2023. It was actually 2024 when I actually was able to stop. But it kind of turned into something that was new and interesting, and then it became very toxic for me because I just was spreading myself way too thin, and I knew that I needed to change something. Once I started working my full-time job, I just did not have a life, because when I edit wedding videos, it's on the weekends, and it's like the entire weekend, because if anybody's ever edited wedding videos or just a long project, it kind of takes a lot to get into that mindset. And so you can't just I couldn't at least just do it for like an hour and then walk away, do it for an hour, walk away. You can do some of that, but when you're actually like formulating the story, that I just feel like you can't really walk away from it too much. But I just found that I felt like I was watching everybody else's lives on the weekend, and I wasn't able to live my own because I had to edit these videos, which I loved the end result. I loved sending them off, and I loved that part of it and being able to capture the moments. But then I just was having this realization that I was not living my life and I didn't want to sit and just watch everybody else and capture theirs. And so I was already thinking about taking a step back, or not doing them all together. And then I lost a very close person in my life, and everything just kind of blew up. I just went to a deep, dark hole, and it was it just is what it is. And it's still not okay. That's where I'm trying to go with that. But it was kind of the catalyst that made me stop taking on clients. But as that was happening in 2023, I still had projects to do. So I was really editing wedding videos up until I think it was February 2024. And that was such a hard thing to do. It was so challenging because I didn't want to touch video. I didn't want to look at video. There was some times when I actually felt like it was a nice escape for my brain, to edit those videos. But once I kind of wrapped up my backlog, I knew that I had to say no. I could not take on any more projects. And I haven't, with the exception of my little brother. I took on that because I was already there, but that was October of 2024. But I'm taking my sweet time on this one, and I'm not putting a lot of pressure, but I did photos and videos. So that's the story as to why I was thinking about this today. I'm working on the photos, and I have a little bit of a new approach to tackling that in small chunks. But I do think that when you're experiencing burnout, or I don't know, just you're in a dark space, it was burnout, but it was also just everything in my life on top of it. I think it's important that you hit the brakes if you can, because I feel like it's refreshed me not to have the pressure of client work video on my brain. Like, yes, I have client work in the form of my brother, but I am trying to take the pressure off of that. But I think that burnout can happen so easily, and you really have to acknowledge when it's harming you, because I don't think I liked who I was. Because I couldn't even hang out with my friends or or go out of town without the anxiety of like, oh, I have a wedding video waiting for me. I shouldn't be here. I can't see anybody. I don't want them to know I'm not editing, things like that. And it just became something that I loved so much, just making any sort of video. It's not always been weddings. I really like documentary and just capturing moments and stuff like that. But from something that I loved so much to something that I completely hated because it just was so negative in my life. And I think like any toxic relationship, when you just like, distance makes the heart grow fonder, and you just need space to think and breathe. And now I'm not convinced that I'm going to take on weddings again. I might say yes to one or two in the future, but I've just been trying to relight my creative spark. And there's a few ways that I feel like I've been doing that, because now we've gotten through 2024. We're now here in 2025. It's March. And I did something about a month ago. Yeah, it is a month ago. This week, I deleted all my social media apps, and I've been pretty much off social media, give or take, with some things I've checked online, and not counting YouTube. But when I did that, the goal was to create more as well, and just stop wasting time scrolling, and it worked, because as soon as I stopped scrolling and I eliminated that out of my life, mostly just like TikTok and the loud noise that I was just wasting time on, I could feel my brain like open up. That sounds weird, but I could let space in to be creative again. And I think part of it is just like, you can get so overwhelmed with social media because there's so many different creators out there and so many good ideas and things you want to try, and you're just comparing yourself, and you're like, oh, I have that idea, I have this idea, I want to do that, I want to do this. And you just get so overwhelmed that you just don't create anything at all. Or you create, but you create without intention. And I was doing that. And so I was either just not making videos at all, or I would just make a quick like TikTok of my random thought of the day. And that was fine. It wasn't, I don't care about that too much, but I started to like evaluate, why am I making content? Who's it for? What am I doing? And is there any like point to it? Is there intention? And I didn't think that there was. And I felt so scattered all the time, and I didn't like that I was contributing to the scatterbrain of the short form content, which, yeah, there's pros to that, but I really wanted to make more content. This one's kind of raw. I don't even think I'll edit this one too much. But I just wanted to do more thoughtful content for myself. And I don't think I've made content for myself like this in like 5+ years. I've always been making it for other people, which there's a pro to that. I love capturing people's lives. I do love that. But I can't. I'm not full-time at this. I can't. I mean, I could if I wanted to be, but I'm not going to do that. So I just, yeah, there's that. But with my new approach to creating content, I'm doing it with intention. I have this little method of when I make these YouTube videos of like, I make a video for me and then I make a video for them. Maybe if people like it, but this one's kind of for me and just for an explanation to people who may be wondering, which may be nobody. But as I was another approach to editing, like, because I do still have the client work, I used to always think of wedding videos or just big projects like as the biggest mountain to climb, and you look at it as such a project, which it is a project. But if you could change that from like, I have to edit 2,000 photos to I have to edit 20 today, you can get it done a lot faster and with way less pressure. The rule that I had today was if I wanted to make a video for myself, which I wasn't sure if I did or not, was I had to edit pictures first, and I had to get something uploaded. And I did that. I edited over 200 pictures today, which the goal was just to get like the first start of this section that I was working on, and I got through most of it. So if you kind of have executive dysfunction like I do, and you just think about the things you need to do, but you don't really do them, just do like the one step. And maybe it's not photo editing or video editing. Maybe it's cleaning your house. Can you just go wash one dish? I struggle with this every day. I'm a work in progress, but this mindset has helped me a lot. And I just wanted to kind of share that with others. And I talked more about my experience with burnout, on this recent live stream that I did on my channel with Just Another Chris. So if you want to watch that full thing, I'll put the link in the description, or you can just find it on my channel under the live streams. But we had a good conversation that goes a little bit more in depth on all of this and his experience with it as well. And I feel like I've found like a sustainable approach to taking on work and just making it for myself. As I said, I'm not promising that I'm taking on video work, but I think that the world is very loud, and social media, getting off of that, has made me realize that it's kind of stealing our creativity. I might make a video that's specific to that, but just how loud everything is, I don't think we can really think for ourselves as much anymore, because we're just trying to be like everybody else. I feel like I am happy that I feel like I'm kind of seeing the light, and I'm crunching my way a little bit out of that burnout. And I have been living alone for a while now, and I think part of that is like, okay, you're alone, what are you going to do? And then taking away social media was something I was filling that with, because and that's also made me realize that I have connections, but they're not like always right in front of me. But with that extra time, I've been excited to create. And so I work, and then if I have an idea for a video, I'll try to do it quickly. And I've set it up so that I can record directly into my computer, do a quick edit if I need to, upload, and, with YouTube, thumbnails take freaking forever. So that's the thing that takes a long time. But I'm trying to do a work smarter, not harder approach, and not be so traumatized by making videos. And I'm having fun with it right now. And so I think that if you are a content creator who's facing burnout, first thing, pump the brakes, take a second, go sit in silence. If you need a rot day, have a rot day. But sometimes that is what it takes for you to kind of reevaluate where you're at, because I've been like lost, I feel like, for the past couple of years, and I've been trying to like read more books and play more games, which that's all great and fun, and I love that too. But I really feel like I'm able to fuel myself by making videos and be creative, and I don't really want to like put too much pressure on doing that for myself, so I don't like it again. But I'm having fun right now. If you're watching this on YouTube, I plan to continue documenting my journey of like no social media, which I said the goal was a month, so I might start incorporating some more social media back in my life this week. But I'm a kind of a nerd about photography, videography, tech. So sometimes if I see something that has to do with like tech or social media and it's kind of in the news, I may talk about that. But I just want to make content for myself, and content that might help others who are in a burnout journey and trying to find their spark for creativity again. Because we're all just on this bus together, and it's not always easy, because if you have ADHD, or if you are like me, I guess, you get really into it and very focused on it, and you know that might not last forever, so you just want to create and do it, and you can burn yourself out by doing that. So I'm trying to use that energy, but I'm trying not to burn myself out while I do it. So if you want to hear more content like this, feel free to subscribe, do the thing, turn on the bell, all the YouTube things that you're supposed to do. But I know that there's a community out there for this, because I feel like everybody goes through their rough patches of creativity, but I feel like the world's been so loud that there's probably a lot more people reevaluating their content strategies, and I think that we can all come together and help each other. Happy creating if you do that, or happy rotting, whatever it is you're doing today. I'm going to go watch Gilmore Girls for the rest of the day. I have a little video of Thomas that I'll include, because he's cute, from today. I think he's downstairs sleeping, and it is 5:58 p.m. and the sun is still out. So we're out of the darkness, folks, whether you like it or not.
Tom Tom, how's the kitten? Hey, sun baby. Yeah. Having a good day? Yeah. Hi. You were just being so cute. Are you yelling? Hello? Are you wanting to be fed? I just think it's so funny when he sits at the table like this. How can I help you?